Hey, let's talk about games. Hello my friend, it's Hydra here, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a speculation based one for the Warzone feature of Inquisitor Martyr. We're not going to see it yet, we're not going to see it at launch, we're going to see it 4 to 6 weeks after launch, which was their intention from the word go. Reason being, the end game within Inquisitor Martyr follows a period of silence after you've completed the campaign, and this is sort of tied into the narrative. So you beat the chaos off, and just sort of mute me for a few seconds if you don't want any spoilers, but you're going to complete the campaign. That's obviously going to signal some form of small victory. Then there's going to be a period of silence, and then, you know, shit's going to hit the fan, as they say, and stuff is going to happen. So this is when the Warzone opens up and all hell breaks loose. As we can see here, there is a nice visual representation of a Warzone. It has multiple different phases, and I believe this gets moved through every 2 weeks. This is only going off of some very old information they gave to us about a year ago, but they said there will be events every 2 weeks, and I believe that's where these phases will probably move through. I don't know how many phases there will be. What we can see on this map though is that there will be multiple different mission types. Now obviously they've just got placeholder images of purge missions at the moment, but we know that this will include quote unquote end missions, and we know there will be multiple different mission types. Now in terms of how this works, what I can speculate regarding is we have wave 22 here and a power level attached. This really sounds a bit like a rift system where you complete sort of wave 1, rift 1, you go up to difficulty 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and in theory it keeps on going and going and going and going until you get to a point where, you know, you're no longer capable of achieving it. That looks like how it's going. So if wave 22 is 1280, I'm presuming that you're probably going to be up into the 30s or 40s until you get to 1500. This looks to be the zone where you're going to try and get those upgraded relics sort of finalised, try and get some special loot. God knows how you're going to get it, but this looks like the system they're going to be going for. Now it does look, therefore, that the wave system may apply to all of the different mission types. So we may have endless missions that are of a defensive nature, we might have endless missions that are of a purging nature. It might, I really hope we don't have endless missions that are of an escort nature. I guess it could happen. I'm fairly sure that they wouldn't do that. That would be interesting. So guys, that's pretty much all we can tell about this at the moment. We know it's going to include phases, which I believe are going to move forward through time. They may not, they may have changed their mind in the last year. And as well as that, there's going to be multiple different mission types, and we know as well as that we're going to have either a wave selection system based on what we've already achieved, or maybe just an open selection system as a sort of a choosable starting point. Now we do see some modifiers on the top right there as well on the Warzone status. Don't know what they include, although we can see increases the HP of enemies by 25%. That may be a buff related to how players are doing in the Warzone. We're not entirely sure, and we do know right at the end of the Warzone there is also going to be the Nemesis making his second appearance as well. Not going to tell you what the Nemesis is, but it's bigger than anything you've killed thus far in the game, or maybe not bigger in terms of size, but bigger in terms of complexity and difficulty. So we're going to have like an end of season boss to look forward to. I mean, call it a raid boss if you like. I believe it's only going to be 4 of us taking on at any one time. There was previous mention about having larger groups tackling these, but I don't think that's something that's actually come into play yet. But guys, this is all we know about the Warzone feature thus far. Hopefully more information will be coming in the coming weeks as to hopefully even some previews for this, but I wouldn't be surprised if the developers have their hands tied regarding the launch for the next week or two. So we're probably just going to have to sit on this, cross our fingers and hope for the best. Guys and girls, have yourself a great day. I'll see you soon. Take care.